up. Now moving on to probably the worst aspect of what the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 holds up in the 2021 era, and this specific area is the battery life and the software. So first of all, if you guys remember, the Note 5 came out, the successor of the Note 5 was the Note 7, and what Samsung did, with the Note 7, it literally was a horrible, release. It blew up and all that crazy stuff. Now, in my head, I was expecting Samsung to actually, keep the Note 5 longevity a little bit longer. I thought the software was going to get an extra year of support. They didn't do that. This thing started off with Android 5.1.1 Lollipop. It eventually got upgraded to Android 7.0, still on Samsung TouchWiz or Samsung Experience, whatever it was at the time. And I was just kind of feeling bad about the Note 5. It was treated so poorly from Samsung. They should have kept this phone lasting a little bit longer in terms of software. And the legacy of the Note 5 is one of hit and miss. It was a hit because it was a pretty good feeling phone, but it was a miss because the Note 7 had such high expectations and it was a pretty decent phone until it started exploding. And then from there, Samsung had to do a huge recall program. They had to fall back on the Note 5, but this phone really wasn't that great of a phone because it had a smaller battery, enclosed battery, and then people were kind of still, picking up a year-old phone even a year later, and it just didn't really do so well. That's why the Note 8 was so good. But the Note 5, software-wise, is pretty outdated. I tried to custom ROM my Samsung Galaxy Note 5 as well. It didn't work. I wasn't able to successfully do it. But also the battery life on the Note 5 is really, really bad in my opinion. It's really not that great. It's a 3000 mAh battery. You have wireless charging, which is great. You have quick charging, which is great too. But unfortunately, that size battery was pretty bad considering we were coming from a replaceable battery to an enclosed battery. So that was also another thing that I wasn't super happy about in that sense too. And I will definitely tell you, those areas, the battery life as well as the software, is something that really dates this phone in this day and age, and is probably the number one reason why I would recommend everyone not to pick up the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 anymore. It's definitely not something that I would, it just doesn't make any sense. Everything else about this phone is pretty manageable, but the software and the battery life combined definitely isn't that great in my opinion. I would recommend staying away from this phone just because of that asset. So in terms of that pretty much covers it up. Now,